Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRAYSON12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. I was having a conversation the other day with some people, and I think many people have this conversation about dating and dating ages, and should you go older, should you go younger, what should you do? You got to make a decision. Today's world is very, very difficult. I mean, I talk to people who go on these dating services and they have a date one week, next week it's somebody else, and a lot of women are very frustrated by it because they're trying to get a relationship with somebody and they don't get any time. The guy will take him out and then he's on to the next one, and the next one is like 31 flavors of ice cream. I'll take that flavor. No, I'll take that flavor. And it's like getting to be a quick world, and I feel bad for people because they can't really establish anything with anybody and have a future. And I don't think anybody's really meant to be alone. I treasure my alone time. I love it. But it's always nice to have someone to take to a movie or to dinner and to spend your time with, and it's very difficult to find that right person. So someone was talking about ages. Does age make a difference? Well, depends on how you look at it. You know, there's a lot of older women here in LA, Beverly Hills, that go for younger guys because they can afford them. And they call them MILFs, of course. We all know how that goes. But it never goes anywhere because the age difference is really too much. The old woman gets old, the guy stays young. You know how that goes. And then they trade off. Do bodybuilders attract this type? Bodybuilders attract anybody who's into fitness because they like your body. You see somebody across the room, you're not attracted to their mind, you're attracted to their body. Then you get to know them and you see how, if they are intelligent or if they're not intelligent. And then you base your feelings on that. It just can't be a physical thing. It just can't be. Maybe when I was 20, 16, 18, around there I looked at a cute girl and said, okay, I like that girl. But once I got to know her, I didn't really like her anymore. Because I needed to know, I'm sorry, but this stool is so uncomfortable. I've realized this more and more lately. I'm out in the public limelight a lot, and I'm a very outgoing person, I'm very social, and I'm very nice to people, so I attract women in all ages. And I don't really act upon it. I mean, I have pretty women on my show. Do I flirt with them? No. It's a business I have here. I don't cross the line. And I keep it a business, and I have to keep structure like that because it gives me a reputation that I have a good reputation. But I've been out with older, and I've been out with younger. The problem with younger is they all want to get married and have kids. I've been there and done that. So that's not going to work. And I wouldn't lead anybody on to let them know I'm going to do that, and then at the last minute say, I'm sorry, but that's not what I want, because you've spent a year or two with them, and they're thinking you're going to give it to them, and you don't. So you've got to really weigh out the pros and the cons of that. If you find somebody a little older and they've been married and have kids, they have baggage unless they take care of that situation and it's structured and they have discipline and they have good relationships, and then you get into it and you can work things out pretty well. If there's a lot of really unnecessary baggage with drugs, alcohol, and that type of stuff, you're going to have a problem. It's just the way it is. I have an issue at my age because I don't look my age, I don't act my age, and I don't feel my age. So I'm not going to go out with anybody my age. It's not going to happen. They've got one foot in the grave or they're in a retirement home. And it's not what I want to do. I'd rather somebody be 20, 25, 30 years younger that I can have a good time with. And people say, oh, they're too young for you. No, you're not too young. If you're a happy person, and you're good company, and you have a lot to talk about, and you enjoy each other, really that's all that matters. And you kind of establish that in the beginning, and you go from there. Now, a lot of women are attracted to certain types of bodies, and I find now later as I get older that they like the lean bodybuilder. They don't like the big, buff, thick guy. That takes a certain type of person. Usually a female bodybuilder or a lady bodybuilder that's competing will go for the guy like that because they're in the same genre. They like that. But the average girl doesn't really like that. They like somebody just in shape. And nowadays, the younger guys are like in really good shape, and they all look great. I mean, it's so much different than when I was that age. Nobody was in shape back then. So they have a lot more to pick from. The problem is there's too much to pick from. And in LA, I think they said there's 10 women to every guy. It might have changed, but I know after the wars and this and that, a lot of guys were lost in battle. There are a certain amount of them that are gay, so that eliminates that, and the rest of them are married, so there's only a few left for the women to pick from. And they have a hard time. It's difficult. So they go to the dating sites and they go from there, and it's like catalog sales and that kind of, they meet up and they talk, and they don't give it enough time to find out about each other, and you can't jump in bed on the first day and say, okay, we're in love now, because it doesn't happen. That's just not the way to handle it. It's over and done with before you even start. Anything you go into fast, you get out of it fast. You got to take your time, make things grow, and get to know people. I think it's really important to become friends. So it's not just as hard for the guys, it's hard for the women too. It's a two-sided thing. Sure, we meet a lot of women, a lot of them, you don't know if you want them, if you don't want them. They're always taking pictures in the gym of their butts and they showing off and doing stuff. I don't like that. I don't want to be around that. I want somebody nice. You can go to dinner with, you can sit and talk to, you can see a good movie and have a good time and communicate with. That's nice looking as well, because it's all part of the package, so to say. So I've been watching people and seeing how this works, and I've talked to a couple of my exes who are having a difficult time dating. They just don't find anybody of quality that wants to stay there very long. I don't know why it is, but it is. So if you're a bodybuilder and you want to find a relationship, tone the body down a bit. Don't show that off as your calling card at first. Let them see you're in shape, but connect mentally. I think that's the key to the whole thing. And once you connect mentally and then you take your shirt off, they're going to go, oh, wow, I never knew you had that underneath there. This happened to me once, oh, God, many, many years ago in Bakersfield when I was training up there at a gym. And then I came down here and started training at Gold's. This is one of my stories. I hope you like it. And so I wasn't seeing anybody. I went back to visit my mom in Bakersfield with my grandmother. And I wanted to check on her because my dad had passed away, and obviously they're okay. But this is a Saturday night. I'm not going to sit home with them. So I went to a club outside of town, and I ran into a bunch of friends of mine. I'm not a drinker, but I had a beer. And I met this girl. I remember she was all dressed in black. And she comes up to me and she starts flirting with me, and then I started, why don't you come back to my place? I said, okay, I got nothing to do. So I go back there, and the first thing I do is use her bathroom, and I check her medicine cabinet. Is she on any pills that I don't think she should be on? Is she on any antibiotics for infections? Any of these things I don't want to get near. So I come out and she takes my shirt off, and she had never seen a bodybuilder before, and she goes, oh my God, I've never seen a body like this. Oh my God, and she almost passed out. So I stayed for a while and did what I had to do, charged her $5, no, I'm kidding. And so I said, listen, I gotta leave, I gotta go back to LA in the morning, and I'm walking across her floor, and she's holding onto my ankles, I'm dragging her across the room, and she throws me her key, come back tomorrow and get me, I'll go to LA with you. I don't think I wanna do that. And so I got downstairs and I put the key on the stairs and I left and never went back. I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. But that was my experience with somebody who'd never seen bodybuilder. And it's funny when I think back about it, some of the stuff I did like that. So anyway, you put your best foot forward, you do what you can. Don't let age get in the way of anything. I went out with this girl here, about a year, no, not very long ago. And she came from the gym to eat with me. She's a friend of mine, actually. She's very young. So I introduced her as my high school sweetheart. I said the only problem is she's still in high school. So this is my take on dating and relationships, and put your best foot forward and make sure that it's an honest foot, and that when everything else drops a month or two down the road, you're still the same person with integrity that you showed them that you had. I think that's a really good policy to have. And that's my story for today. Thank you for watching Rick's Corner, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code Drayson12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drayson, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrayson.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
equalizer, baby. See you next time.